Alright guys, you know what time it is. The Blueprint, episode 5. Tuesday right now. We're getting a little late start. Been catching up on some busy work, but we're ready to start doing a few more experiments with this denim. This week we got a white pair, we got a black pair. We're gonna see what we can do with these, keep preparing ourselves for when the Bastille denim gets in, and we're gonna know all these cool techniques that we can apply. We have some samples to go over, and we're also gonna go ahead and run through a tech pack, and I'm gonna show you guys how I set up my tech packs. And you guys can download the template that I use for my tech packs, so you guys can set yours up just how mine are, and yeah, get perfect samples every time. Let's get started. All right, everybody, this is the Corrupted hoodie. We just got it in. It's made out of this heavyweight waffle knit thermal fabric that's digitally printed with this pixelated argyle pattern. Something new we were just trying to experiment with. It's in this muted crimson and charcoal colorway. It has a really heavy sun fade up on the shoulders, some distressing around the hood, hem, and cuffs. And the one thing I can say is it fits perfectly, exactly how I like a hoodie. A little bit cropped right above the waist, nice and boxy and roomy. And one thing that was really important for us is that the ribbing at the bottom doesn't actually cinch into your waist. I've never really liked how that billows around your waist and just gives you this really awkward silhouette. So for this one, we got the measurements perfect, and it really just drapes over your shoulders and flows loosely around your waist. Now, the print was a little bit of an experiment, and I don't know if we're really liking it. Sort of looks like we're a Minecraft character or some shit, so we're probably gonna take away the pixelated thing and just go ahead and do a traditional argyle print. I think that there's just so much character and history in that print, and it really fits into this classical antique narrative that we're working with. Some other changes we want to make is tone down this sun fading. It's just too white up top, and maybe redistribute that sun fading a little more unevenly so it looks more natural. Get a little bit on the hood as well, because you wouldn't have sun fading on the shoulders and just none on the hood. But yeah, you guys can see here Brandon put it on body. It fits great. This is a size large. He usually wears an XL, so it's definitely oversized. We're going to work on getting a new sample in with all the changes we want made, and we'll keep you guys updated with that, and hopefully be able to drop these in the upcoming months. And I also want to show you guys the finished product of these one-of-one jeans that we started last week. We did a lot of cool techniques with acrylic paint, spray paint, rivets, distressing, sashiko stitching. And yeah, I think they came out really cool. Obviously, these are just a pair of thrift store jeans, so they don't fit perfectly, but I think the effects and everything are definitely promising, and we're going to keep trying to apply them this week and moving forward. Alright, let's hop into this tech pack tutorial. Alright guys, so I have the tech pack up in front of me. This is a finished tech pack. We actually have this product in production right now. This is called the Chateau Polo. So let's go ahead and run through each page and what you need to have on there. Let's hide all the things I added and look at what it originally looked like. You guys go ahead and click the link in the description to our Instagram. Give us a follow and DM us the word done. We'll send you this fully editable Adobe Illustrator template so you guys can see all this information right in front of you and know how to set up your tech pack. As you can see here, we have 9 pages all broken down into a bunch of details. This is gonna make it very hard for your manufacturer to mess up, but they'll probably find a way. So the goal here is just to make it as easy for them to understand, even if you don't speak the same language. So let's get into it. All right, so page 1, this is gonna be your mock-up. You're gonna wanna try to create as detailed of a mock-up of what you actually want the final product to look like as possible. So here you can see we have a long sleeve polo, we have contrast fabric on the collar, we have the print fully applied, you know, we have our top stitching. Everything is here and visible. You even have the tag in the back neck. It makes it very easy for the manufacturer to get an idea of this is what we want the final product to look like. A really easy way to do this, even if you're not great at Adobe Illustrator or Procreate, is just go find a product you really like on Essence or Farfetch or whatever website you want. Put that into whatever program you're using and then just trace over it. To move on to page 2. So here we're gonna have some design details. This is anything that we had a hard time showing entirely in the first mock-up. So here we're just gonna sort of create a box and zoom in on whatever part we really want the manufacturer to see. For this specifically, I wasn't really able to show the distressing in the first mock-up, so I just wanted to zoom in and show them, hey, we're gonna leave these raw, but there will be stay stitching here to prevent overfraying. So just little details like that. It helps to put call outs and everything. Moving on to page 3. So here are your measurements. This is a super important part. The way that we usually do it is we have a list of measurements that we use for every single shirt, every single pair of pants. And then depending on how we want it to fit, we'll find something we like the fit of and then pull those measurements from that item, put it into a chart, and then create this little diagram here that will show them exactly where these measurements are coming from. Page 4, this is going to be your fabrics and trims. We only have 2 fabrics here, no trims. There was no buttons or rivets or any sort of hardware on this, but if your product does have that, this is where you want to include it. So you want to include everything about the weave, the fiber content, how heavy it is, if you're going to do any washes or finishes, if you want it to be garment dyed or you want it to be potassium washed, this is where you're going to talk about that. And then when it comes to hardwares and trims, you're going to want to talk about, like, if you have a button, I want it to be this size, this material, and I want it to be placed here, here, here. So that is fabrics and trims. Let's move on to page 5. This is going to be construction details. So we're going to include any information about seams, top stitching, distressing. If you want a certain seam finished one way, let's say like you're making a pair of denim and you want a flat felled seam, talk about that here. You can see I just mapped out where I want top stitching, the stitch length, and if there's any other additional information. All right, page 6. So this is going to be our color details. Here we're going to have the color of each fabric, the color of each print, anything that you want to specify the exact color, you're going to put it here. Here we have our fabric colors, our collar fabric color, and then our print color right in the middle. What you definitely want to include is a Pantone number. This is going to be the universal language of color that any manufacturer will be able to reference, and this is going to be the best way to get as close to the color that you imagine in your head on the final garment. So make sure you find the Pantone color code. Page 7, this is going to be your graphic details. Here you're going to put your graphic, you're going to want to put a PNG of it on here, and then you want to explain where, how, and what size you want this pattern or this design printed. You know, this is an all over print, so I went ahead and put the repeat size. This will be digitally printed, so you want to put that technique in there. Then I also included the Pantone color again, even though that was on the previous page. We really just want to reinforce as much information as we can. All right, let's move on to page 8. This is going to be any tags or labels. If you want to do custom packaging, you can put that here as well. So here I'm just going to tell you exactly what size I want the tag to be, where I want the tag to be placed, and what I want printed on that tag. This one was pretty simple. We had one back neck tag, put that on there, and hopefully the manufacturer can figure it out from there. And lastly, page 10, this is also a super important page. This is going to be your reference pictures. So anything that you really just can't seem to put into words or you think they might get confused about, you can go ahead and just put a picture of it that you think will explain it better. So for the neck tag, we wanted these frayed edges. We're referencing tags that are put onto military garments. So we thought it was important for them to see exactly how we imagined it so they can do their best in replicating it. Same with the distressing here. It's a little bit hard to mock it up perfectly, so we just went ahead and threw in something that we liked the distressing on, so that way they can reference that, use that to better understand how we want the final product to look. All right, and that's the full tech pack, 9 pages. And remember, you guys can have this template for free. All you have to do is go follow our Instagram and DM us the word done, and we will send it to you. So go and get that. This took me years to put together, and I'm gonna give it to you guys right now and save you a lot of time and a lot of stress.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I'll pull up the site so it can be like up on the big screen. Why does it want to be slow now? All right guys, it's Wednesday. We're back in the studio. About to hop into a little meeting with a couple of clients. We designed them a nice collection of merch, just built their website. So we're gonna hop into this meeting with them and sort of discuss the website and see if they like everything and talk about moving forward into the drop. You guys will get a little behind the scenes look at that. Let's get in there.
I was like laughing out. Hey guys!
Hey, what's up?
How you guys doing?
Oh, we're mute.
No.
Okay, sorry, we were mute.
Yeah, there we go. You guys are in like a dark. Yeah.
I know, we just remodeled our studio, so
Yeah.
it's nice and vibey in here. But yeah, it was like really disgusting in here before, so we invested a little bit to clean it up. Yeah, we went ahead and got the website. I mean, it's pretty much ready to go, so you know, we'll just show you guys how it's looking so far. All we really have to do is just pick out like a domain. Yeah, you guys can just like start getting ready to launch it. But yeah, I'm gonna share my screen and let you guys take a look at it. Here's the little enter page. You know, this is optional, but yeah, we just did like a little concept here with the golf and the mowing the greens. So I thought this looked pretty cool. Yeah, it takes you right to the shop. So nice and simple. Yeah, here's all the products. Your variations here. People can come in, pick what color they want. And yeah, so nice and simple.
Yeah, that was it.
That's exactly what we needed.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, perfect. Well, I'm so excited. The ball is officially rolling down the hill. It was like everything was ready, and now we're officially going. So we're really excited.
Yeah, it'll be good. I'm excited as well. So, well, good to see you guys again, and yeah, keep us updated.
Okay, awesome.
All right, see ya. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Is it on? Yeah. What's up, man? All right, we're back out here with another pair of jeans. Trace, learning more Spanish as I go. So we basically got the floral lace that we've been using. Gonna throw this on here on the pair of jeans, fix it up a little bit, and then we got the fabric spray paint. This is supposed to sit on the jeans a little bit better than the Montana Gold spray paint. Pretty much gonna go over this whole thing, see how it turns out. Black on black, let's do it. Boy, been chiefing the Newport's warehouse lunch break. Spicy pickles gonna get your ass in the bathroom. Hot rocket coming out your hole 90 miles an hour. Need a Newport to cool off. Ah, fuck.
You're running out?
Yeah.
Come on, we gotta make it.
Come on. No.
Yo, there's levels to this content shit, man. Camera in my hand, camera on the ground, camera on the floor, you can't hear a sound. Look at these pants, we ran out of cloud. Look up in the sky, look at all the clouds. Hey, there's a truck. Who all in that truck? No one in that truck. That's a Duba truck. I don't get no fucks. I just want a nut. Nut if you buck. Nut if you buck.
In the past, the spray paint sometimes doesn't show up as good as we would like it to. I think we might have a banger on our hands right now. Let's see. That shit look crazy. Happy Juneteenth. Alright guys, we're back outside. It's hot as fuck. Got my Bone Montana spray paint, the black lace. Feeling a little weird. We put a lot of paint, a lot of spray paint on here. About to do it again on these new blue jeans. And pretty much the same thing we did yesterday with the black pair, but just a different color. So come on, watch me do it. Woo!
I'll see that stance. That shit don't come easy. Let's see it.
Wow. That came out cool.
Yeah, that looks sick.
It's definitely more noticeable than the first time we did it.
All right, onto the back side,
Did you get
guys.
this on there, or?
Yeah, this one's on. Looking pretty damn smooth.
You only ever see me on all fours.
Playing with the lace.
I'm playing with the dog.
What the dog doing? Y'all see that right there? Inception. Inceptuous.
I know how it's gonna look. You don't. So,
Good.
all right.
Y'all see them things? Let your nuts hang, dickhead.
Going on for sure.
I feel like the last video, you know, we did a lot. Like, I feel like it was a lot. And it was almost like too much. Bust that shit open.
Bust down watch, call it a rollie.
Bust down rollie ambulance. Babu did what ambulance. Alright, chat. Welcome, guys. You are here at the Streamer Olympics.
Alright, you guys know the drill. We got the Dremel out. We're gonna start tearing these up, distressing it. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna underlay some black lace on there, see how that looks. See how much we can get done today. We're wrapping up on this Thursday evening. But yeah, let's get down and dirty.
Now that was Aura.
Yeah, we should definitely get some of those natural dyes that we were looking at, like the tea dye and stuff.
Just something to the kids at home.
Sweat my ass off right now, but we've got the front pretty much done here. You guys can see these big holes. We're not gonna darn them or Sashiko stitch them. We're just gonna underlay some black lace fabric. So you'll really see that poking through. And that'll hit these bigger holes here, some around here. And then we just like went over the whole thing with the Dremel and just roughed it up and did all these little, yeah, get in here, you can kind of see it. A little bit of distressing everywhere. I mean, the goal is to make these feel antique, ancient, decayed, worn in. I think we're really figuring it out. Every pair we do, ways to make these feel actually old and like lived in. So let's do the back real quick and then we'll move on to the fun stuff.
Didn't put a genie in my shoes.
Caw. So I be saying, big dog, know how you feel, get off your chest.
Get a fucking whiff of this, big boy. This ain't no Salisbury steak. This is prime rib. Let that coochie breathe.
Yeah, it'll look crazy because this one will be fully open too in here, so it'll have plenty of lace showing.
Yeah, it's so noticeable with the black too, like you could immediately tell that's lace.
Start us off, Joshua.
All right, guys, another successful week. Week 2 in the lab, 3 fire pairs of jeans behind us right now, and it's only getting crazier. Fuck, that's all I gotta say.
You guys got to learn a little bit about tech packs, so comment below if you guys like that informational side of things, and if there's anything else you want to learn about. We have a ton of experience doing this clothing shit, and we can probably help you guys out. So we're gonna just keep cooking, More samples on the way, more one-of-ones. We're gonna learn how to boro stitch soon. Everything's coming together, so stay tuned, guys. A little quick video for you guys this week.
Close it out.
Hit a backflip.
Hey, nasty hoodie.